Hello and welcome. You're watching Lagos Voices. I am Deji Badimasi. On this episode of the program, we continue with our series on feeder roads in Lagos State. Last time, we showed you what residents of Pipeline and Egbe roads in Egbe Idimu local council development areas go through on a daily basis going to work and doing business as a result of the bad roads in those communities. We also showed you how terrible Dillion Road around Kirikiri in Lagos has become, virtually impassable when it rains. We're still keeping a tab on the roads we have shown you on this program to know whether the situation has changed. So far, nothing like that has happened. As soon as it does, we'll let you know. Today, we're going to show you the state of two very important feeder roads in two different areas of Lagos. We'll begin in Ejigbo Local Council Development Area and Falana Street, to be precise. A very strategic and important road runs across Falana Street. The road is important because it connects several other parts in that area. It is less than 1 kilometer, but take a look now at what the road looks like.
Falana Street in Ejigbo Local Council Development Area. To have a clear idea of what the road here looks like, you only need to take a look at the entrance to the street. To say the road is bad will be an understatement. The road, which is less than 1 kilometer, does not just run across Falana Street. It connects several other parts of Lagos. But as strategic as the road is, residents here say no serious construction work has ever been carried out on the road. And what's more, the same majority of the roads in Ejigbo are just like this one.
Not only this road, majorly the nature of roads in Ejigbo is having a very negative impact on the residents of this place. For you to go out and come in, you see people going out as early as 5 a.m. in the morning and coming back 11 p.m. and you can see the impact is going to be telling on the product, people being productive. You do not have enough time to rest, you do not have enough time to sleep, the impact on the vehicle. It gets to a point at a particular time the road is abandoned, and it has been a periodic thing because the roads are bad. In fact, almost throughout Ejigbo, the infrastructure had not really been there, and the government needs to do a lot as far as Ejigbo is concerned, because if the dividend of democracy will have to go around, I think Ejigbo needs to be considered, knowing fully sure that it has a fast numbers of population around this area. So that has been the nature. It has been so bad.
In addition to the road, the drains also need serious attention. Most have been blocked, causing serious flooding when it rains.
This is my 7th year in Ejigbo now. This road has been a death trap. It's been like this since 7 years ago. Once it rains, we don't go out. Understand me? Once it rains, it don't go out. The Okada, the Keke, they don't mind. They will tell you from here to here, 100 naira, 150. My children, they are in Binta International School. It's a stone throw. But sometimes before we get to school, it will be past 8, quarter after 8, sometimes tonight because of the bad roads. I don't drive my car again. Each time I go out, when I get home, if I don't repair my bumper, I will repair my exhaust pipe because of the bad roads. Even right now, we are trekking. I just parked my car. The car is in my bag. My husband is holding my car key. Can imagine somebody who owns a car, but at the end of the day, will trek as a result of, look at it, bad road. And they're not doing anything. In fact, there is no hope that this place, something will be done between now and next year.
To beat the bad state of the road, some say they have resorted to using bicycles since they can hardly use their cars.
This is the new innovation, bicycle. Now, most youths in the hood now make use of bicycle around the hood just because of the bad roads. These roads have affected us both in the houses, schools, churches, and around all that diaspora. As you can see, whenever it rains, it's nothing to write home about. It's something else. It's always an eyesore.
When it gets heavily flooded, bicycling around here will certainly not be an option.
it surely will not be an option to bicycle around that road when it rains. Quite a bad road there indeed. Now, we tracked down the chairman of the Landlord Association in the area and the chairman of the local council development area for their comments on the road. Take a listen now to what both of them had to say. We'll begin first with the chairman of the Landlord Association.
Since Governor Fashola has been on the throne, this road has been awarded to 4 contractors. And each time they come, they may do about either 50 meters 50 meters drainage. They will just run away. They may say that is the end of the contract. There was even a certain time, people from the governor's office came. They came to measure, they interviewed a lot of us. And then it got to a point that when this road was impassable, the local government, the local council development area for Ejigbo came to our aid. It was then they just did the surfacing of this road just for motors to pass. Unfortunately, this happened about 3-4 years ago, and we have been cut off totally.
The chairman is apparently wrong in terms of his information, because as at the year 2009, we came here to grade this road. 2011, this road was graded by local government. 2012, this road was graded by local governments. The point basically is that once the rains begin, and this road is a heavy flood-bearing road, you can see that Lagos State government has in fact intervened on this road by building collector drains. Half of the length of this road is already collector drains built by the Lagos State government. And what therefore happens is that because it's a low-lying area, bringing water, carrying water from upland, as you can see the topography of the road. So the dam part is always going to be affected by the flood. We are not talking of just small flood, it's heavy flood. As it's coming, it's spilling sand. It's spilling the sand, and we'll deposit the sand in the drainages here. That's what happens when the rains happen here. So the major problem therefore is that when the rains go, we come back and grade it, you know. But for us to do a permanent asphalting of the road, you know, it will require quite a lot of money. And so far, we are concentrating on other access routes that our job has not gotten here. The other thing is that because it's a collector drain that is here, local government are not allowed to engage in the construction of collector drains. So what we have been doing is to prioritize the states to complete the collector drain up to Omiyale end, because this road is a two-in-one road. Half of it is Balano, the other half of it is Omiyale. All right, it's to complete the collector drain so that we can now put more pressure and get the roads fixed.
It's very unfortunate that this road has been like this for almost 21 years, if not even more. But the last correspondence we had with the government now is this road has been listed for drainage, especially for this year. We understand that the governor has already approved it, but nobody knows. The year is getting to an end again. Nobody knows whether something will still be done, because that has been the promise of the government since 1992.
You know, this is an LCDA. It's an area office under Oshodi local government to start with. So it doesn't have any direct funding from the federal government. So it's whatever subvention that we are giving and whatever we are able to raise locally that we use to do these roads. So, but the point we have been making, you know, so the Revenue Mobilization Commission and the federal government is that list Lagos State 37 additional local governments, because we need this money to bring development to the people.
Each time we contribute money at least to repair the road, the second day we will just see some people, they come to measure. At the end, the money probably will have gone to be claimed somewhere. And then there was even a certain time, sometimes in 2008 when they said this road has been tarred on paper. And it was published in one of the dailies then. If I can remember, Punch newspapers published it, that this road has been tarred as at year 2008. And the electricity, also the street light, was already in place. So there wasn't anything done then. And since we are handicapped, there wasn't any way we would have, gone to the government to tell them this is our plight.
I want you to say something that we can later hold you to it. How soon will this road be done? How soon?
This road, I said, the drainage component of it is a state responsibility, right? The asphalt component of it, we can do our best on it. So we can give them like, possibly, this road, we have to look at it very well. I can't give you a word. Because it's on the list of our priorities, but right now the 4 roads that we have done have been done by a loan, 220 million loan from Skybank, okay? And we are servicing that loan every month, okay? So the best we can do is, we have tried the states, we use our funds. By the time I come here, we'll have done half of the road, not all.
Well, a back and forth argument there. Bottom line, from what the chairman of the LCDA said there, it might take a while before the government comes to Falana Street. Let's leave Falana Street for now and go to an area where the residents say they seem to have been forgotten. I'm talking about Oreyo community at Igbegbu-Bayeku local council development area in Ikorodu. Take a look at this report. This is what we met when we visited Oreyo community at Igbegbu-Bayeku local council development area in Ikorodu. Having obviously been tipped off of our visit to report on the state of roads in their community, the residents mobilized and came out wielding placards to demonstrate how they feel about the state of roads in the community as a whole. Asphalted roads are basically non-existent in virtually all the streets in the community, but the residents don't consider that a worry. What they rather consider a huge worry is just one stretch of road in the community. It is this one. And to clearly show how serious they feel about the road, take a look at what one of the residents did. This is Ibe Road. It links another road known as Tinubu Road. It is the only major road that links the various streets and communities around here. None of the residents can avoid using it. And apart from linking their homes, the road links their businesses as well. When it rains heavily, the road simply disappears and the whole place becomes some kind of a river.
We have been trying for the past 10 years. This is where we are. This is where we are feeding. This is where our parents is. This is the place that we earn our living. Can you imagine? Look at this road for the past 10 years. My brother, please.
This is what the car owners here say they go through most times. Breakdown, right in the middle of a huge puddle. This woman was, however, lucky as another SUV came to her rescue to tow her vehicle.
It's a very sad experience. I remember when I came into this neighborhood, this road was a fine road. It was very motorable, no bump at all. But I don't know what happened. Though after some time, I've come to realize that it's just cause of development, the influx of people coming in to reside here, and there's so much pressure on the road. Meanwhile, there's no commensurate maintenance of the road, and that is the result of what we are seeing now. This is what we go through almost every day. This is what I pass through almost every day. Almost every day, this is what I pass through. If not for this person, that is the other man that told me out of this water, who knows what would have happened again. This is what we go through all the time.
As a direct consequence of the bad road, the residents say businesses are dying. And indeed, there's clear evidence. Shops have either shut down or are doing so. This hotel is a clear example of how bad businesses have gone because of the bad road. Its owner tells us that from a staff strength of about 100 when he started out, he's had to cut down to a meager 10 at the moment. And as if that is not enough, when it rains, the surrounding area around the hotel gets flooded.
Business has been so bad. We have never had it this bad, and there's no other reason than the bad roads. Rooms are empty, patronage is extremely low. Honestly, there is no musician, particularly Juju and Fuji musician, that has never played here. This place used to be a beehive of activities, but as you see it now, it is totally dead. As a matter of fact, this business and other businesses on Igbe Road are dying. Human beings are also dying because their means of livelihood is being affected by this bad road. Honestly speaking, I wouldn't know why the government has neglected us for so many years. And beyond this road, it's even worse than before this road. I wouldn't know what government is going to do about us. Honestly, we are appealing. I'm not the only one. All the businesses around here, all the residents, even churches and schools, we are appealing to BRF. It should make us happy before it goes. The elections are coming. I hope that's not the time they will come around and soliciting for our votes. You know, I don't want to say the obvious.
Even commercial motorcyclists are not finding it easy at all. To beat the bad road, they have devised another route for themselves through which they convey their passengers.
What else can we do? Res ipsa locutor. The fact here speaks for itself. Our governor, if he's watching right now, I'm sure he knows exactly what we are passing through here. As far as making representation to His Excellency, we have done the best we could. Recently on Saturday, when we held a Community Development Association meeting, one of our residents, we said he should make to stand up and make the opening prayer. She got up. The first thing she said is that, Almighty God, please come and touch the heart of our governor to know that we are in a predicament in this area. We are just unfortunate to be staying here. I tell you, we are unfortunate to be staying in this area.
Please, we are begging our governor, because we all know he's the best governor. And my prayer for BRF, I think one day, I pray, one day he will be there at the top. I want him to be the president of this nation, and I pray he's going to be there, because we all know he can do it, not only me. I don't want to put myself in a position whereby I will say it and I will believe I'm the only one that said it. We all believe our governor can do it. He should come to our assistance. I think he should come now. It is now that the governor can help the community.
We've been suffering for the past 10 years in this area, and nothing has been done. Please, we are appealing to him. Now is the time. Now is the time. Enough of second time. This is the second time. During his first time, he has been telling us where we get to Ikorodu, we do something. Yes, they are doing the express route that leads into the Ikorodu, but I must tell you, that is not really our problem. That express road now is creating avenue for more people to come into Ikorodu. And when they come into Ikorodu, they are still going to use these access roads within, and it's still going to be a lot of problem for us. I'll tell you what, this year, we have spent nothing less than 4 million naira on this road. This year, communal effort. I personally, I know how much I have contributed, and we have well many people also that we feel that we are suffering. We have tried to help ourselves. We have done everything humanly possible to help ourselves, but we cannot help ourselves anymore. It's the government that can do this.
But from what we gathered after we left their community, it does not appear the government is about to move in equipment into the area to fix the road. So they may still have to wait for a while. Well, what can I say? As the lawyers said there in that report, the fact speaks for itself. Now, we did manage to get hold of the chairman of the local council development area, Mr. Adegbenga Basoya. We began by asking him what is being done about the roads in Igbogbo Bayeko, that's especially that road at Orayo community. Listen to what he said.
We have a series of meetings with the Commissioner for Works in Lagos State, and the problems of a road is issue of funding, because the Lagos State government has their budgets, they have their plans and everything. So it's not a things they can rush to. They have did the measurement of the road. The contractor has come to do the measurement, but it only remains for the government to do the funding to mobilize the contractor. So the government the issue of that road is at the top gear with the state government. They are doing everything possible to get it constructed between now and next year. They have a lot of things in their hands. So I am sure the governor is aware, I am aware, and we have written, even very soon I'm meeting the Commissioner for Works, and we have had a series of meetings with the Honorable Commissioner for Works and also the chairman for Public Works. We have tried to see that is a capital-intensive project.
Besides the state government now, you have just said that the local government have done some kind of palliatives for those people. Like, can you enumerate the palliative that the local government have been able to do on your own part?
Yeah,
forget about the state
government. Yeah, the local governments, at least there's a joint effort why we give them some financial assistance to do some job. On our own part too, we have moved there to do what they call the slitting. But when you have water like that of that nature, you do what they call the slitting. That's making the water to have its way. You know what I mean? The drains, you don't do the drain. So the water will flow in, the water will flow, at least find something. So at the same time, we try to get an alternative route, which the local in conjunction with local government and the CDC, the CDA there. So which we did together, giving them some financial assistance to hire some bulldozer.
Like how much of the financial assistance are we talking about?
Well, this is a government. This is government. I mean, when I was doing it, you were not there. Yes, you are not there. I was doing it, and at least as a government, there are some certain things. So I will do.
Because the community residents are telling me that they do their own communal contribution to help themselves, that the local government don't help them at all.
It's if they say, well, you have to believe in governments. The government does now have the government. The informations are there. You need to go down there and meet. There's already a CDA. You get me? You can even go back there and ask for Mrs. Dion. Dion is there. Mrs. Fuade. They are women. They come to my office and we are good upon, and I respond to their request. So the secretary of that committee is Mrs. Dion. She's the secretary of that committee, Orayo. Yes, she's a woman. She's even the other woman is a principal at Gobi College. They are women of high caliber. So I cannot tell a lie against such people. They can respond to my request.
How soon can something be done about that road? Let's look at some time frame here, a duration.
The issue of being easy is only God can be static, can give a definite time. Being a human being, this project is beyond my capacity. It's a state government project. And it is when the state wants to come, when they are ready for the job. I know it is in pipeline, but because of shortage of funds, so that is why they cannot start the project. So the state government will come. The project is not part of this year's budget. So definitely we are looking at possibility of next year. Yes, we have to be factual. Yes, have to be factual.
Well, from those comments there, a royal community will just have to continue to wait and hope that the government comes to their area very fast. They said they want the government to do something about the roads now, but it doesn't seem that is going to happen, at least not from the comments of the local council development chairman there. Now, we did more than our best to get the Lagos State Ministry of Works to react to all of the stories. Unfortunately, no response was forthcoming. In fact, we had to delay this production for 3 weeks just to get an interview with the Commissioner for Works. But we did not succeed. We even mailed the ministry spokesperson a series of questions for the Commissioner, hoping we were going to get written answers and use them like that. But the answers never came. We were told the Commissioner was very busy and was yet to attend to our request. We'll continue to wait for the answers, and anytime they come in, we shall let you know and broadcast it. Until then, to have a wonderful time. We'll be back again next week with a fresh episode of the program. I am Deji Badimosi. Thank you for watching and see you next week.